Here we go. Can you guys see that? Oops. I'm just gonna fit it in real quick. Almost. There you go, guys. Sorry about that. Here we go. All right, everybody. Oh, wait. I'll start this over again real quick. No, it's good. Word, word, word. What up, what up, what up? Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another edition of Mixing It Up on Mixer. And this is episode 5, titled Sketchy Streamers and Cheap Tricks. This is a side segment, podcast style segment of the Justin Taylor Show with your host, your homie, your dude, Justin Taylor. We usually spend about 30 minutes or so focusing on a very specific and direct topic or two that has to do with streaming and streamers in general, and we focus directly on that only and try not to, we don't like to just sugarcoat an answer because a lot of streamers tend to do that these days, and I feel like that's crazy, and that's actually a big point of the show, is that so many people tend to gloss over their answers when it comes to streaming, and that's what we're here to basically fight against, and not, we don't want to build that already constant problem. It's almost like a habit, so to speak. People already kind of do a lot of these bad things, and basically some people out there, they don't have any streamer manners, they don't understand how it goes, and they haven't been told what's up. So I'm hoping that as I create these, some people out there will take the time to watch them, and they will start to understand there's more than going, hey, I bought a computer and I pushed live. There's so much more to it. There's so much more to being a professional level. There's so much more to taking yourself seriously. And when you want to be a sketchy streamer or someone with cheap tricks, remember, there's plenty of people out here like me and you that are out here doing the real thing, working hard as hell, spending night after night on here, grinding as if you're gonna die. You know what I mean? Like, as if, I don't get as much sleep as I used to, and it's fine. I'm happy, but I sacrifice a million things in my life that I don't do anymore. There is so much sacrifice in my life to make this happen, and I'm fine with that. I'm very happy with that choice. Very happy with that choice. But it's a choice I made, and it also makes my thoughts, my effort, and my relevancy come forth because. Hell yeah, baby! I like grinding on Fallout 4 as well, but it's just nonsense. So basically, here, let me shut this off because that's just a repeat. For anybody who had just heard that, Texas Crumb, what's up, my dude? For anybody who just heard that that little tune, that's the new tune for us. That's the new JTT Show tune. For anyone who hasn't heard that, that was done by my homie John Mad. You guys can also catch him on Mixer as well. Your stream is soft quality. Well, thank you for saying that, Soft Girl. Thank you very much. And Texas Crumb, welcome to the Justin Taylor Show. This is an episode of Mixing It Up on Mixer. This is episode 5. We're talking about sketchy streamers and cheap tricks. Let me make sure real quickly. I think I'm in the Fortnite directory, so let me switch to the web show directory really quickly. I didn't want to make a mistake there. Sorry about that. And then I'm going to change the name. Mixin. Yeah, Mix It Up on Mixer. Let's see. And let's see, it's F5. Which is nice. I like the fact that we're at F5 now. Episode 5. Sketchy Streamers. There we go. Mix It Up on Mixer. Episode 5. Sketchy Streamers and Cheap Tricks. Sorry, it took me a moment to do that. I should have already did that before. Is that a green screen? I don't know. What's a green screen? I never heard of that. Oh, behind me. This is For Real Though headquarters. So if you want to come through. Molly, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. What green screen? This is a top quality, powerful command station built with the blood, sweat, and tears of the team For Real Though. You know, to disrespect it and call it a screen is blasphemy. It disrespects the hard work and the blood, sweat, and tears of all the people. I love it. Makes sense? We lost many lives. Many lives. I mean, shit, we even sold one of our employees for that gun right there. I mean, shit. It was expensive. Purple screen. But anyway, sorry. I just joke around for a sec. But anyway, to back to the topic, I don't want to jump off too far. But anyway, for anyone who just popped in or anyone who doesn't know, this is a I will later. This is a show that's about streaming right now. I would love to answer those questions at a later date. Just give me about 30 minutes. We're doing a podcast right now. If you have any questions that have to do with streaming, unless you mean like recommending games to play on a stream, then that's a relevant question. But if you have any questions like along that, please put those in the chat box. But if you have any questions about anything else, just hit me up at the follow and hang out with me later, and I'll answer any questions you want. Plus, I can bring you into my Discord, and if you want to join the community. But anyway, tonight's topic is about sketchy streamers and cheap tricks, and the griminess that comes along with it, and the weirdness and all that. So it's funny. I don't really know exactly where I want to start on this topic because it kind of just jumped out on me. A couple things that happened made me kind of spurred on some thought, and all of a sudden I realized I thought maybe a rant was coming on. So I figured, screw it, I'll pop on, I'll do episode 5 and talk about some sketchy ass cats and about how some weird things. Now, let me cover something extremely quickly right now because we've covered it before, and I just want to just rush over it real quick so I don't bang away the dead horse and repeat myself. But one thing that we've already talked about before is self-promotion, and that's kind of what I'm going even deeper into right now, is kind of a more underhanded and sketchy self-promotions. Like one that just happened recently, I'll just name it, just in case people don't know exactly what I mean when I say that, or maybe it's happened to them and they're not realizing. But the most obvious one is this. Hey, how's it going, guys? I really love your stream. And by the way, let's say they never show up, right? Because this happens to me all the time. People that are never there. You can look at their total time. It'll be like minutes. You're going to be like, I love hanging out here. It's the best. And you look at the time they've been there, and they've been there like 8 minutes, right? And you're like, okay, dude. And every time they show up, they're like, yeah, sick stream. Anyway, I'm going to go do my stream. See you at 8 o'clock Eastern. And you're like, what? You just showed up to just what? Now, like I said, I don't want to go too deep into that specifically because I've talked about that before. Now, that specifically, what's up, the Xbox remote? What's up, brother? Welcome to the JTT show. This is an episode of Mix It Up on Mixer. And thank you for the follow. So now people have been using more cheap tricks, and I feel like that technique is starting to become more obvious. People are starting to understand that quick little cheap, the Xbox remote 45. Thanks, my friend, and thanks for the host, my friend. I appreciate the host as well. And so anyway. So one person came in recently and they used it a little bit differently. They waited a bit of time, and I'll tell you, if it's organic and I'll bring up, if I feel like someone is chatting with me and I think they might be a streamer, but they're purposely skirting around it and trying not to bring it up, I'll recognize that and go, well played. And then I'll ask them, hey, you stream? And my favorite is when someone just is like, yep, and leaves it as that. If they do that literally is the key for me. Because I'm like, okay, they're not here they're here for me. They're here for us. They're here for the community, and they just have to be a streamer. Now that's awesome. Those are the people I want to be part of the community because they're cool. Because they weren't there just trying to sneak themselves in. They're like, yeah, I'm streaming, but that's not what we're about. We're here for you right now. If you're in mine, then we'll talk about mine. That's awesome. That's exactly what people should be, right? And yeah, we're not playing Fortnite right now, friend. We're in this is the web show directory. We're in the web show right now, and we're doing an episode of Mix It Up on Mixer. If you have any questions about streaming, bro, hit me up. But we can play later. If you want to hit me up with a follow, we'll definitely play later. Oh, you already did. So just catch me when I'm on Fortnite, because I play Fortnite most of the time. I'm actually on there most of the time. So if you just catch me at a later date, probably tomorrow, actually, because I'm probably going to be done after this episode. But yeah, we'll play duos. And I actually do duos. I don't really do squads very much anymore. So I do solos and duos. So we can rock duo later. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Somebody came in and they, instead of just going straight to that obvious self-promotion, they waited a little bit and then they asked me personally, hey, can I talk about my upcoming tournament, right? Now that I stream 5 days a week and sometimes 6 days a week. My schedule was posted a second ago. I can bring it right up on the screen again. But basically, I'm on every day except Wednesday nights and Sunday nights. But lately, I've been doing Sundays also. So basically every night except Wednesday. But I start at like 11:30 midnight Eastern time. So I like the night owl show. Except for your homies in the UK, they usually catch me in the morning. So I often have a lot of homies in the UK that catch me in the morning, and I have a lot of night owl people in the US that kind of come in and out throughout the day and throughout the night. I have a really strong revolving door, man. If this room had a door, it would be just because people come in and out, in and out. You know what I mean? That's fine, brother. You don't have to. Actually, you know what's cool? You can actually donate without spending anything by going to that link right there. If you go to that link and download one of the video games there and just play like Angry Birds, it actually adds money to the stream and it costs you $0. And a lot of people, and if you do that and it gets you on the leaderboard, and that's how you earn raffle tokens, and that's how you actually win prizes on my stream. Because when I hit 2,000, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a giveaway. There's going to be 3 different prizes. There'll be the pizza party pack. I'm going to be also giving away a game, a game that you're going to be able to stream and play with me, and then another little secret prize pack. But I'll give it a first, second, and third place. But the best way to do that is actually to go to that link. And I've been suggesting people to do Angry Birds because it's so easy. All you have to do is just play for a little while, and like I think you get to level 10 and it gives like $5 to the stream. But it's really cool. That link, man, is badass, and I highly suggest doing it now, like early, because if you get on the leaderboard now, as long as you're in the leaderboard, you start gaining tokens, and some people have only done it for like a quarter. So if you go on and just do it for like a 10 minutes and get like a buck on there, you'll be in the leaderboard and you can start gaining tokens. Like that's why I keep letting people know, if you do want to get in on it and start winning prizes, you should try to do that now before other people start doing it. Because a month from now, everyone will know about it and there'll be a bunch of people on there. But right now it's early, so you can kind of sneak in. You know what I mean? So I've been trying to let people know that, because some people are power gamers and they're like, oh, I'm a power gamer, I'm gonna get in now. And then some people are like, whatever. You know what I mean? Oh, that's not rude. Compliments are never rude, my friend. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. So, I'm sorry, I keep getting off topic. Sorry, guys. So, the person came in, I talked about the tournament, and I ignored it at first because I was in the middle of something, and they said, hey, what games are good games to stream? Interactive games? It depends. Well, to answer that question, best is with a question right now, is what kind of streamer are you? It's funny. I almost want to write a small list. There's like 5 questions that you can ask yourself. It sounds weird, but that when you ask yourself that, it answers so many questions, like questions that you'll have. Like, what games are good to stream? What kind of streamer are you? Like, and when I say that, meaning what's the relevance of your show or your channel? Like, are you about comedy? Are you about pro gaming? Are you about community? Are you a role player? You know what I mean? There's certain things. Now, if you're about comedy, playing games that have a lot of humor in it are great, because then you can make jokes and you can rip off that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But let's say you're just like me. I have a little bit of comedy. I'm also pro. I'm also extremely crazy at first-person shooter games. I'm good at battle royale games. I'm Mr. Battle Royale. You know what I mean? That's part of my relevance. And I also have the gift of gab. I can speak continually. I can talk about subjects continually without having to stop. That's a skill. That's a skill that not everyone has, but a lot of people have. And some people are good at it, some people aren't. Some people have been practicing it. And that's a big part of what I'm actually about bringing up tonight, is the fact that when I'm doing this now, this didn't just happen the minute I pushed play. You know what I mean? I've been practicing. I come on almost every night, 5 to 6 nights a week, to 6 to sometimes 10 hours at a time. And I do it over and over and over. I stream 4 Roblox. All right, that's fine. All right, now I'm glad you just said that, because you kind of did something that is what we're talking about. It's kind of funny. You actually just did. It's okay. It's all right, brother, because I know you didn't. You obviously didn't mean that in a shitty way, but you kind of just did what I'm talking about. Self-promoting on someone else's stream is not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool. Nobody likes it. It's rude, and it's unprofessional. So when you show up in somebody else's room and you go, hey, I do this stuff, come here, it's very rude. People don't like that. You know what I mean? And it's okay. You don't have to apologize. Like I said, I understood the intention. You clearly weren't trying to be rude. But the point of the show right now is actually to teach and to enlighten. So it seems perfect. You actually made the mistake that I'm talking about right now. It's perfect to just explain it to you right now. And what's great is that hopefully at the end of it, instead of being like, oh, that sucks, and say sorry, no, you're gonna be like, sweet, now I'm a better streamer. You know what I mean? Like, I'm now going to make you a better streamer. If only this teeny little And that's how it works. You don't just become good overnight. You literally are like a robot. Imagine you're like a streamer robot. And every day you have to twist another you have to knock in a little piece. You have to twist another screw. You have to grease another arm. You know what I'm saying? Kind of think of it like that. No problem, Xbox. But see what I'm saying though? Pop in, says your own thing, and then leave immediately. It's pretty bad. That's exactly what I'm talking about, guys. Is people that come in, they sit for minutes, they give you a compliment, and then they talk about themselves. It's funny that just happened, because that's literally the topic. That's the freaking topic. You know what I mean? Sketchy streamers and cheap tricks. Like I said, I don't believe that was intentionally a cheap trick. I think that was just inexperience and ignorance. So that's fine. Like I said, it's no big deal. No big deal. But that's what I mean. People like it. Myself, I don't like it, and other people don't like it. Because people that have been here a bit now and are starting to get experience in this, they get it. They see it. It's just they smell it a mile away, baby. You know what I mean? They smell it a while away. And so do I. And so anyway, that goes right back to what I was saying with the guy earlier. It's kind of the same like this. Guy comes in, messaged me personally. Now, first, he made it seem like he was being cool. And it's funny because I kind of tested him in my mind. He hits me up personally with a DM and goes, hey, can I talk about my thing on your stream? But I was busy, so I ignored it, right? And that's fine because I can't respond to every single DM. That's insanity. So I ignore it. He lets probably 10 minutes go by, and then just says screw it, and goes anyway because and I just happen to be playing Overwatch. You know what I mean? So it just happens to be in an Overwatch directory in an Overwatch channel, talking about an Overwatch, tournament that he's doing. You know what I mean? It's like it's so obvious. So if he just waited, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, Overwatch is sick, and he was like, oh, tournament, and he was like, oh, tournament, and then I went, oh, cool, tell me more about it or something like that, and I opened it up for him, sure, but I specifically ignored it because I wanted to see, is he here waiting to just yell his piece? Is he just kind of being a manipulative jerk? And he was. Because 5 minutes later, just like I thought, I waited it out. And dude, it was funny. I actually prepped it. I didn't even have my thing set up to be able to time out. But the second he started to ask that, I literally went and prepped it. I set it up, and I swear, my mouse was like hovering over his name as I looked at the chat. Because I knew it. I knew it. And all of a sudden I watch. Hey, by the way, everybody, I'm doing this tournament. You guys should come by. And I timed him out like for eternity. I was so pissed. I was like, you know what? Timeout, like 800,000 minutes or something. I forgot what it was, but you know what I mean. Now he's gone forever. You see what I mean? Like, no. Now think about it. What was his intention? His intention was to network badly, by the way. But he was trying to network. He was doing it in a bad manner. But he was trying to network, and he was trying to grow, and he was trying to network. But he was also trying to gain people, right? No, what did he do? No, what? No, that's why this is so exact. What happened? He turned a streamer, and okay, and I'm gonna say something real quick so I don't sound like an asshole in the future. But when I say something like, oh, if you're somebody that's either in the Overwatch, PUBG, Fortnite, or even web show directory, if any of those 4 directories are something that you're a part of, then I'm the last guy you want to screw with. And I don't mean that like, I'm so badass. That is not what I mean. What I mean is I'm not that badass yet. Which means I'm at that mid-level where I'm like the perfect guy to network with. I'm not too big in any way to where you can't talk to me, but I'm not so small it's not worth your time. I'm like the perfect guy to network with right now. So it's like, so the second you like shit on me or try to do a snake move, you're screwing yourself over. Because I'm done with you, but people I know that I'm already a part of this community and already part of those directories. I already know a large portion of the partnered people in there, the regulars, the big people, the people that are smaller than me, the people the same size. I know all these people now. We're all homies. It's like there's only so many people on here right now. Like we're starting to get to know each other. My giant ass green screen is on here almost every day of the week. People are starting to just be like, yeah, and there's JT. You know what I mean? Like it's like going to the mall where the people that work there, if you go there every day, it's gonna start to seem like you know those people. Like the people, like every single person that works there, everyone in every store. You start to be like, hey Joe, what's up, Johnny? Hey Susie, what's up? Oh, that one's hot. Oh, that guy's an asshole. You know what I mean? It starts to become even stronger, and that's cool because that's community. That's community right there. That's true community, and I love that. But even though I enjoy, I'm glad I'm speaking on this. I don't want to go too far off topic, which is again sketchy streamers, cheap tricks. So anyway, like I said, he got pushed out. His intention was to gain. All he gained was loss. So it shows that it's not only skeezy, not cool. It also hurts you. It hurts you. Like it's self depreciating. It's self deprecating or whatever. It's self negative. It's negative to yourself. The exact word I'm looking for is escaping me. But it's definitely, you know, hurting you. And exactly, soft killer. Be a baller, not a fake viewer, man. You know what I mean? You chill. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna bring it up. Like I said, I'm not gonna bring up names. I'm not gonna bring up anything. But something that spurred on this conversation is a cheap trick. Now, I have a lot of homies that I've been kicking it with since day one. That chilling here, and I don't have any worry. Like that's why I say that. That's why I say this with, dude. I am like the most confident person in the world. Like even if you know me from here or you know me in real life, I'm more confident. I can walk into a room of like, you know, bears with guns, like naked, and I'll be like, yo, I'm knocking them all out. Like I always feel confident. I always feel like I'm gonna win. I always feel fine. So I'm never like, oh wait, I got you in fart, and. Oh, I had it arm death, and I tried to help him out with that one. Arm death, I tried to help you, Ann. I had you, arm death. Dude, that's pretty funny, dude. You know what's funny? You know what's hilarious about that? Is that I put it on repeat for the song, and that's why it's doing that. That's awesome. I didn't know it was gonna keep doing it. It made it so much more funnier. Armed for Death, that was dope. I just did that to be funny, and then it played it over and over again because it was on repeat from earlier. Irvin's so serious in the house. What's up, my dude? So, even though that made me laugh and that was hilarious, let me go right back to topic so I'm not totally continuing off topic. Let me go back for anybody who popped in or it hasn't watched from before or doesn't know. This is episode 5 of Mixing It Up on Mixer. This is episode 5, title Sketchy Streamers and Cheap Tricks. We've gone through a good portion of the app already, and we've already covered most of the things I want to talk about. And we've covered a little bit deeper into some of those cheesy little whack little self-promotion snake moves that people use. But I wanted to focus on one that already happened today that I want to talk about where people go, okay, like I said this earlier, these are one of the cheap tricks. This is somebody who, instead of spending their time and their energy and their focus and their ability and their creativity and their soul on their stream, on their quality, on the freaking thing itself, instead of doing that, they go, let me spend my time, effort, and everything else on trying to snake things from other people, trying to rob ideas. It is so stupid because a robbed idea is a bad one because you won't do it as good as the person that's you're robbing it from. You know what I'm saying? Like, you won't because it's their idea. They've already fleshed it out. It's brilliant in their mind, and it's just weird and cobbled in your mind. So straight off the bat, robbery is stupid, and it happens all the time, and it always fails. People always jack my shit all the time, and I come look at it later, and like a month later, and I've innovated on it, and it always looks sick, and I'll go back and be like, oh, remember that guy jacked my idea a month ago? Look, it's still that same idea it was a month ago, and it's old and lame. Like, remember the streamer we were talking about earlier, who we gave the boot and it has fallen apart ever since then? He used to jack my shit all the time, and it's funny because we ditched him a month ago, and all his stuff looks like my stream a month ago. You know what I mean? It's like hilarious. You know what I mean? It's hilarious. It's such obvious thievery. But beyond that type, what I'm talking about is the interloper, the sneaker, the little creeper, that guy, the one that comes in, it's like, hey buddy, I'm having such a good, oh, it's gonna keep doing it, it's so funny. Hey, you know, it's like, hey, let's have a good time. Oh, I love it here. And then you look, they've been here for 2 minutes. Oh, it's the best stream. Anyway, come here. That's the obvious one. That's not what I want to keep bringing up because I keep bringing up by accident. What I want is the ones that are a little bit more underhanded but still obvious, and you sniff it out. Like trying to poach. Poachers. Poachers don't work either because a poached person is a temporary person. A person that you're like, hey, come here because of that you offer them something, or you're like, hey, you literally are trying to tell someone to come there. You know what I'm saying? Like by either offering them directly or trying to lock them in a cheap way. Like I'm gonna bring it up. We're not gonna bring up any names, but it's so funny because it's so perfect. Somebody who's pathetically trying to get people to stay and hang out regularly will mod people for no reason, which is why I take modding so seriously. Because if I mod you, that means you earned it. You're a badass and you're part of the community. Not because I need an extra person to stay longer. You know what I mean? It's pathetic and it's disgusting. You know what I mean? And it happened earlier to one of my homies, and I'm glad he came and told me about it because it was so obvious. It was so freaking obvious. Yeah, I'm just finishing the show and then I'm done. I'm doing episode 5 of Mixin. I'm talking about sketchy streamers and cheap tricks, and they're just they piss me off. You know what I mean? They piss me off. So I was getting a little bit ranty. I figured I had to come on, let out a little bit of this, let's put a little bit of sugar on this salt. You know what I mean? That's what I figured. You know, and I'm not salty. I just wanted to let people. I just want to talk about this. You know what I mean? I just wanted to bring it up. You know, salty. Just gonna do it over and over again. but I wasn't cheap, right, baby? Right, baby? And I said if I subbed, he would help me out with subs. There, okay, genius. See, thank you guys. That's exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted people to bring in information, their own thoughts, ideas on this exact topic. Thank you for saying that. I had a guy sub to him. I had a guy say to me if I sub to him, he would help me out with subs, and he does not help anybody. I believe it. Dude, that's a perfect example of what I mean. A perfect example of what I mean, and it is rampant. It is rampant. You know what I mean? Like, it's rampant. And it's funny. And then there's people, and I'm using me as an example because I don't care. I am a good person. I am a good streamer, and I'm an honorable person, and I do the right things. So it sucks. I keep trying to. I use myself as an example, so it makes me sound a little narcissistic sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes, I get. Sometimes people are probably like, "Oh, stop always using yourself as an example." I'm sorry, but it's the best example I can come up with. I know I wouldn't do that type of thing, and I don't. You know what I mean? By following by my example, I feel like somebody could, no matter what, it might not be the best way, but it's an honorable way. You're not screwing anybody over. You're not pulling any cheap tricks. And more importantly, when you sniff out those people that are, blow them down. You know what I mean? Blow them down. You know what I mean? Thank you again, friend. An earned follower is a loyal follower. Thank you, Joker X Project. Exactly. I'll say it again. An earned follower is a loyal follower. I like that very much. That's exactly on. It's dead on. Because it is. Because a snaked, cheapskate follower is just someone that's going to show up and be like, okay, it's kind of like this, right? This is actually exactly. It's like this. Hey, guys. You go, dude, I'm having the sickest party, dude. Dude, it's gonna be so sick. Dude, there's gonna be so many cool people there. Fucking the dopest chicks, the coolest guys. Dude, there's gonna be like beers. Dude, it's gonna be the sickest thing you've ever seen. It's gonna be the funnest time, dude. You need to come to the party, right? And you're like, whoa, I'm going to that party. And guess what? You get your friend, and you go to the party, and that party fucking sucks. There's no people there. The couple people there are lame. The one guy there grabbed your ass. You're like, what the hell's going on here? Like, it sucks. It sucks. And guess what happens when you go to a lame party? Your ass goes home. You know what I mean? Your ass goes home. Home. To the real place. Places that actually matter. Your homies' places. Places that are cool. Places that you are entertained at. Places that you feel at home. You don't feel like, oh, I've been... You know what I mean? You can't even have a fun time at that party, even if like one person that you like's there and they're like, hey, come over. You're like, yeah, I kind of feel like I got snaked over here. You're like, I'm not gonna have a good time. I was all excited about this good time, and now I'm stuck. You know what I mean? That's me, baby. Galloping Ghost. No, actually, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, brother. Exactly, and that's another good point too, because I like to think of my stream, my channel, and my point of view, but basically my relevancy. I like to think. Sorry, what? I liked it. What are you saying? Oh, you don't have to say sorry. I just think that's fun. No, 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 no. I just don't know what it is. You don't have to say sorry. Um, but yeah, it's not a real business model, and that's the whole thing. Some of these people, most of the people on here, they're not thinking of it like that. It's so they don't even know what they're doing. They don't understand directories. They think the follower count matters. Like, they think the follower count matters. It doesn't. No one understands that. It's like half the people in Mixin have no clue the follower count means nothing at all. There's only one number that matters, and it's your total viewers, not the views, the viewers. That's the only number. The only number Mixer gives a shit about, and anyone else gives a shit about. Advertisers don't give a shit about your follower number, because those numbers could be manipulated. You can literally buy those numbers. You can there's like shitty bots and there's cheap things. I mean, think about it like this. You can go up to anyone and just be like, hey, follow for follow. That's not a real person. That's just a person who clicked something for you. You know what I'm saying? And no one is like, man, oh man, I really want you to have a lot of people that click something once for you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's really cool. You had somebody click something once for you. Right? You know what I mean? It's like crazy. Fiverr followers, right? Go on Fiverr, you're like, hey, what's up? I'll pay for it. And it's like, that's psychotic. You know what I mean? I didn't even know they had that on Fiverr. That's hilarious. But you know what I mean? And that's my point. There's shit like that. There's all these scams. There's all these snake moves. So my point is since the moment those things are manipulatable and broken, is the moment they're not relevant. And that's what happened. They can be affected. But they can be affected by numbers. They can be affected by people just being like, follow for follow. Those numbers they don't show proper exact growth. They show a little bit, which is why I still enjoy, follow my actual follow numbers. They still show stuff. Like, they show your relevancy. They show people are starting to actually grow. Some of it matters when it comes to you personally and showing your growth. But when it comes to, like, your end game, like being partner or anything like that, it doesn't matter. Dude, even on their requirements, it's 750. All you need is 750 people, and then it's 50 viewers all the time. You know what I'm saying? That alone should show you that's all that matters. Like, all you need is 750 total followers. That's all you need to be able to be partnered. But you need 50 people watching you all the time for like 2 months straight. You know what I mean? I see 5. That's a Twitch. Yeah, that's well. I don't watch Twitch, but I heard about that stuff a lot. I've heard about that, and I guess they're a lot better about it now. I actually don't know if that's affecting Mixer a lot. I don't know. I'm gonna look into that honestly. But anyway, it just shows. So those things are sketchy. You know what I mean? They're just weird. It's just not right. Yeah. Oh, I got a YouTube too. So anybody wants to catch any of these episodes later, this is episode 5. But I do other episodes and I do other segments. Yes, soft kill. You need 50 like for your whole stream. It is Joker. It's extremely more. Nothing, I bet. I bet that 600 or 900, 9,000, I bet he still has 5, maybe 3 people in there. And exactly. And it's funny because some people are like, wait, 9,000? It's impossible not to have a community if you have 9,000. You know what I mean? But that's not true because those aren't real people. That's like walking up to someone in the street, right? And being like, high five me. And they're like, dude, that's my best friend. I can call upon him for anything. I'm going to ask him for money later. I'm going to ask him for a ride. What? No, you're never going to see that guy again. You don't know who that person is. They don't know who you are, and they're never going to do anything for you again. That's what it is. It's giving someone a high five in the middle of the street, a stranger you'll never see again. That's what follow for follow is. That's exactly what it is. It's a high five to a stranger in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's crazy. He's like, stick around and I will do it soon. And now, right though, right. I remember that. It's so funny. I remember like that at the beginning when I first started hearing that type of thing a lot. People always like, hey, come in. Oh, by the way, yeah, you follow me. Oh, yeah, I'll follow you. I'll check you out and stuff like that. That's why I remember when I first started and I had like 50 people and people started following stuff like that. And people used to do that all the time because there was a lot of new people trying to do that. And I used to say all the time, hey, man, that song's awesome. I hope you follow me or whatever, but I'm sorry, I'm not going to hit you back because I don't follow people unless I've seen what they do. I used to say it all the time. All the time. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? No, getting people to, oh, Goose. I wish Goose was here for this past 40 minutes. You really missed out on a whole rant and a whole. I feel like a pretty relevant show. I'm bummed out, Goose. You missed this one. Yeah, Super Goose. I'm bummed out you missed this last half hour. I mean, you can rewatch it obviously, but how's it going, Zillion Client? But I stopped to do a Mixin episode. I'm doing Mixin episode 5. Episode 5, Sketchy Streamers and Cheap Tricks. And I feel like you would have enjoyed tonight because I've been kind of ranting a bit, but in a good way. And I feel like you might even know some of the people we were kind of referring to. But anyway. No, don't say sorry. Hell yeah. I hope you had fun. But, so that's been the topic of discussion. We were talking about a couple different things. A lot of things of people being sketchy. Kind of like Irvin was saying. He knows of a particular streamer that went around kind of doing the, hey, follow for follower, and he kind of flew up out of nowhere. How did you find me, Irvin? I would love to know. I would love to know. Because that's also what's great is so many people. There you go. Oh, you know what? I think I knew that, actually. I think I knew that. I think you were one of... When I came in and he gave me a shout out, you were the one person that followed me. I remember there was a shout out, but you were the only one. Because I never asked for that. I never... It's funny. I actually, honestly, when that happens, I'm always like, I always want to go, no! Like, I don't know why. I always want to be like, no, that's not why I'm here. Like, don't. Because I'm so like against self-promotion when people automatically like, yeah, I'm always like, oh shit, I don't want people to think that's why I'm here. You know, I remember thinking that, and I looked because I saw your name. I remember you had added me from that, and it was just you. And I remember thinking, shoot, I hope people aren't thinking I'm just trying to be an asshole. But that's different. It's even cooler because we're both in gaming goodness. That's a whole different story too. Because then there's a relevancy. There's already community. Already a connection involved, which is great. That's already really cool. And he was one of the first people I ever watched too, which is cool. And we used to joke around at the beginning because we were both all smiley, and we joke around. I'm like, yo, if you're done watching me smiling, switch over to Smiler because he's in the UK and it's in the morning. And he's like, oh, if you want someone who's real cool in the US, go there. So that was like the joke in the beginning. But oh, you saw the Saltlar thing, right, Irvin? Did you see Saltlar?
Salty.
I don't know. I don't know if you had ever seen it. Jokin was the one who wanted me to make the joke originally.
Salty.
So I messed with him in the end. I slipped him into it too because he was messing with, because he was like, dude, he's like, Smiler made this meme with me. You gotta mess with him because he knows I always make these funny things. So I was like, okay. So I went and made the Saltlar one, and I was like, don't be salty like Saltlar. And then I added that. The little crying, his symbol crying at the top. I thought that was freaking hilarious, right? And then Jokin, since he was the one who had me do it, I was like, I gotta get him too. So then I just threw that down there just to mess with him, James Vanderbeek. I thought it was hilarious, dude. I was like, that's him. Or Jokin, that's him. It was perfect. So I was cracking up. I thought it was funny too. Right? Dude, right? That's why I did it, because I was like, yeah, he's got a little... I mean, he's blonde. He's got the similar look, right? Enough where the joke is right away. You get, like, you see the joke. Like, it was enough where I thought it was funny, right? So either way, but me bringing that up and showing that, right? That's kind of like, I know this isn't much. These are just some gifts and a little bit of fun, a little bit of creativity, and a little bit of a personal joke. It's fun, right? But that right there, that's what it's all about. That was fun. That was friends joking around. Everyone got a laugh out of it. Everyone, there was it promoted positivity. Like it was funny. Yeah, we got laughs out of it. When people came to see it, like I was like, you gotta come by. Like I remember Smiler was like, oh, I didn't get to see the thing yet. Like Joker keeps laughing about it. Like you know what I mean? It was fun. It was cool, and that's what this is all about. Like those types of things. And that was so organic. Like I wasn't like perfect example, right? This is perfect. I wasn't like, okay, I really want those two to talk to me or something. Like I wasn't like pre-thinking something. We already had talked. We were already friends. We'd already networked. We're already part of the same stream team. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that wasn't. There was nothing on my mind thinking I want some game. Not one time was I thinking that, right? And I was asked to make it. I didn't just, I want to draw attention to something. Joken was like, hey, I see you make these funny things sometimes. You should totally give a smile or like a ribbing. And I was like, okay. You know what I mean? Like that's how it's done. It's all real. It's organic. It's real. That was real. That's all real. You know what I mean? That's real person. That's human interaction. That's creativity. That's my creativity I wanted to share with people. I wanted to make my friends laugh. That is what matters. You know what I'm saying? It's what's good. Exactly. Just Joken suggested it. I throw him in for the twist. Everyone gets to laugh. I laugh. I still talking about it now. It's relevant to this show now. It's just, this is what it's about. You know? This is what it's all about. And like tonight, a person from my community who used to show up all the time, who used to say, hey, I'm a big part of this community, who overnight disappeared, all of a sudden started streaming on their own a lot, right? And that's fine too. Like, God, of course, please, if you want to stream, please stream. You know what I mean? Like, come on. But randomly, like, well, what were they waiting for? And then all of a sudden I'm noticing only pops in when I'm having a high view count. And always brings up, and only stays for minutes. And then lately, this is what got me recently. All of a sudden, I'm not going too far into it because I don't want sleuths figuring out what I'm talking about here. But people start pulling cheap tricks, like modding people that you know. And I'm not trying to say, like, to the person I'm talking about, to you know you're awesome, and you know I'm not saying you don't deserve to be modded. That is not in any way what I mean. So don't take that, please. You know I love you. But it was so clearly not like, hey, you're a perfect mod. You're such a pillar of this community, and you are a part of it. That is not true, and I know it's not, and that's why it's lame. It was, hey, I'm going to mod you because I don't have enough people that stay around. I don't have enough friends, and I don't have community because I don't have relevancy. Because you know how you build relevancy? Through being a awesome stream or having a relevant stream. Your relevant stream makes relevant followers. You know what I'm saying? Grow your stream, grow your followers. Be good. If you're entertaining, you're fun, and you have something there, like, because that's all what it comes down to. Is there a reason to be here? Like, I'm going to turn to the chat right now. Boom. While I hope to one day have a channel like yours, I generally enjoy this channel a lot. There we go. Thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. You're fucking awesome. You kick ass. And that's my point. Clearly, someone is here because they're enjoying themselves. They're taking what I say. They're getting use out of it. They're getting a positive benefit from it. That's a. I don't like to use the word value because there's a streamer out there that uses it a lot, and I have a lot of respect for him. And I don't want to take his words, but it really has relevancy. You know, I was lucky when it came to Mixer. I already command immunity on Twitch. I had a mod from day one. That's awesome. That's really badass. A lot of people did do that and hopped over, and I love that too because that's awesome too. A lot of people need to pop over. I came to check out the channel, stay with the personality, and thank you. Thank you very much. Relevant stream makes relevant followers. Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks, man. And that's what I mean. And that's how it works, right? You just do your thing. And you know, okay. And you know why? You just kind of came by and then you're like, oh, cool, I had a good time, and now you stay, and now you're one of my homies, and now you're part of our community, and we're growing. Like, we're growing. And if you notice, I'm a hard ass when people are dicks. You know what I mean? Because I'm a nice guy, but the second someone's shitty, I'm like, die! Because I'm protective. I'm the guardian, you know what I mean? I'm not just the guy, I'm not the figurehead, I'm also the guardian, you know what I mean? Like, the second someone starts ruining and affecting our time negatively, I'm just like, you know what I mean? I just like kill them and rip them a new asshole and toss them out. And that's awesome because because you know what people do? This goes back to what I was saying. Cheap tricks and stuff. A lot of streamers will leave in caustic, shitty, not hardcore, but mean people in their stream just because there's a number. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is basically. That's two of real cheap ways to draw your view number up, which is either trying to poach people with cheesy gimmicks like I said, modding somebody for no reason, or offering stuff to someone that has like no part of your community in any way, just to have them come by more. Like, that's pathetic and doesn't grow anything. That's just as lame as leaving in someone that's like, yeah, everybody, you suck. Everyone sucks. I'm the best at this game. Everyone sucks. Oh, you suck. Oh, shitty you. Oh, shut up. Like, that would be awful. And that happens too. People will leave people in there in their room that do that and talk like that and do things like that. Yeah, no, I haven't been a DJ. This is just who I am. I'm just like this. That's why a lot of people said that. Like, it's funny, like my friends, a lot of my in real life friends who start to watch my show now, they have all come up to me and gone, you found it, Justin. Like, you found it. You're here. Like, don't stop. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Like my friends, like my closest friends that have known me since I was a kid, when they watch my show, they literally call me up and they're like, dude, so I randomly went on YouTube to check out what you're talking about, and I've been watching it for 10 straight hours. Like, do you know how good that makes me feel? Like, my friends that they seen my loud ass all their life, you know what I mean? They hear me jabber all the time. Even those, my friends that already see me and know me, they've been watching it. I didn't even know that until they told me. They were like, dude, we watch all your old stuff. Because they don't have time to come on live. They're sleeping by midnight and stuff like that. But they're like, dude, I literally wait for your new stuff on YouTube. Because a lot of my friends catch it on YouTube because they can't be here. So they're like, how's it going, Crack-a-Paka? So, you know what I mean? And I was like, wow, that's awesome. So that just reminded me again. My show had a bit of relevancy, and it's entertaining enough. And sure, maybe it's my personality too. That's awesome. But I noticed a lot of people have commented on the comedic value. I mean, Super Goose was saying that the other night. But a bunch of people have commented on the comedic value. And what I love about that is I had zero clue of that. I honestly did not know that I was being funny or I was even that funny. I know I'm a funny person in general, but I didn't know people were like home laughing until people kept messaging me. They're like, dude, I'm crying right now. Or like, dude, I'm freaking out. I've been laughing all night. And I'm like, really? Shit. All right. I didn't know that was a value. I didn't know that was a part of my stream that was on it, that was worth it. I didn't know that was another reason people came by. And that's great. Because I'm now going to, it's not like I'm going to be, oh, now I'm just funny man. But I'm definitely going to put more thought into things like that. If a joke comes to mind, I might write it down now, or if I think of a funny skit or a funny line, or even, as you guys know, I often blend my sounds with my jokes. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. And that's awesome to hear that. You know what I mean? That's great to hear that, because knowing that means I'm doing the right thing. You know what I mean? It means I'm on the right path. And like I said, a lot of my friends say that, and that does make me feel great. What do you whatever say? Oh, word. Yeah, you definitely should do something special. Of course you should. You know what I mean? I don't know if you have any swag or anything, stuff, but you know what I mean. Like me, I'm gonna be setting up serious stuff. It's funny. I read that right after I said it. So I read it right after. I found. First have a work. Isn't that funny though? No, but being honest, you are being honest, and it's true, because that's the thing. And don't get me wrong. One of the people I was talking about earlier, they're not a bad person at all. It's just that their heart's in the wrong place, because they're doing things in a incorrect, backhanded manner, and it's obvious. Like the mod shit, that's the worst one, because that's something you're not just being underhanded, you're specifically trying to poach. Like you are literally putting a target on a specific person, and you're effectively trying to affect another person. You know what I mean? Which is why I did this show tonight, because it's something like that happened tonight specifically. It irritated me, kind of pissed me off, and it spurred on a rant. And I thought, you know what? Shit, I guess it's episode 5 time. You know what I mean? I felt it in me. I was like, oh, here it is. I could hear it like, dude. I knew. I even said earlier. I was like, dude, you shouldn't have said that, because I can feel it. It's coming up. I can feel it. The rant creature. It's in me. It's like a little demon sleep thing. All of a sudden, like, dude, it gets triggered, dude. The rant demon. It's so easy, dude. It sleeps like a rock, but the easiest little thing's just like, you know what I mean? It's like self-promotion. I heard self-promotion. you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like a second that certain things happen. I like it comes up. You know what I mean? Like it's like ready to murder. You know, and it's like, but anyway, I don't want to keep talking about the same thing. All those things, are starting to either grow. People are either leaning one way or the other. It seems like, and this is opinion, totally opinion. This is some things I'm saying like, hey, this is true. This is opinion. I feel like in the world of streaming right now, in the world of Mixer, and with Facebook growing and becoming, a streaming platform and all these things, there's obviously a lot more people doing this now, which means there's a lot more tryhards and a lot more bad quality, right? It also means a lot of people are pouring in. So the people that were also struggling, like I'm not struggling, like I'm not. It's not easy, but but I have to work for what I'm getting. You know what I mean? Like I have to work. I have to spend my time. I have to do. You know what I mean? I have to do these. Like I do these segments. You know what I mean? I do side segments. I do extra. I'm not just hey, I push play and play video games. No. I push play and I entertain everybody. I mean, dude, I have a tune today. Yesterday I didn't. Now I have a song, a specific song that a friend made for me that is for the show that I'm now going to blend into the intro. That I'm going to open it up at a certain part of the tune where it shows me like. Do you know what other people are thinking right now? How do I steal someone else's person? You know what I mean? That's what they should be thinking is, what am I going to do to be awesome? What am I going to do for when those people show up on their own? Like, think of it like this, right? You might get hype zoned. You might get a host from some massive person. Now, what are you going to do when that happens? Right? That's what really matters. What if all of a sudden they go, hey, person who's been wanting 1,000 people to look at them right now, here's 1,000 people. What do you do? They're going to do this. Well, it's a chill stream. I'm going to go get my ass kicked in Fortnite. The end. The end. That's the stream. That's the whole experience. That 1,000, that's funny, Back to the Future. That 1,000 people right there, they just got a wonderful experience of everything they've ever seen a million times over before. Who the hell needs to go to a website to watch some chick or some dude play a game blandly? Just go in your living room. There's probably a brother doing that right now. You know what I mean? Like call your friend up that never stops playing games that lives in the freaking basement. Like just go there. You can watch your games there. You know what I'm saying? People come here for the awesome. People come here for the personalities that are actually fun to be around and that they like and that are entertaining and that whatever it is, but there's something for them that they want. You know? I'm trying to. Let's see. Okay, what if they're not awesome? I'm sorry, I got a little. I kept talking too much. I went past you. Sorry, brother. Who's not awesome? I'm sorry, I got too far on that one. I'm not trying to kiss, but I think you are going to be around a long time. Thank you. Some people are trying to build up under false pretenses. Exactly, and I agree, and I know you're not trying to, and that's what I mean. I that's why, like, the second somebody, like, some people do this, right? At the beginning, I used to have a mod who was a little bit too mean, and that's fine. It's all been worked out then. But he was a little bit too mean, and people used to do this all the time. Oh, that such and such was kind of mean to me. I guess I'm gonna have to leave and like never come back again. And you know what I said every single time? Okay, bye. Like, because I'm not going to be manipulated. I'm not going to deal with some people being like, well, I guess you don't get my follow because you don't do what I want. Like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Bounce now. You know what I mean? Like the second I get that, I'm always like, get out. You know, and I love that because I don't want those people here. That's why when you say we'll be here a long time, I agree. Because I'm not trying to build things up on false pretenses. I'm not trying to build cheap, cheesy, fake scaffolding. No. I'm building a powerful base of people that care because I care about them. You know what I mean? I care about you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, it matters. It matters, you know? Yeah, see, that's cool. I can't do it. I can't get Hype Zone for some reason. The game doesn't love me. I mean, then again, PUBG, I don't get many wins in PUBG. I get them in Fortnite, and Fortnite just got that, so. But hopefully that'll happen soon. But they will feel in the end, you know, and you got to be unique. Oh, nice, dude. Nice in the Fortnite one. I'm excited to get in there. I have a lot of solo wins, so I figure I'll get in there with my solo wins, so. But, you know, it just, like I said, I hate bringing up I don't hate it. I try not to use myself so much as a example. It's just very easy to do, you know. But all those other people, it's just because they don't spend that time and they want to get it quickly. And I said, screw it. I'm going for the gusto. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to be partnered. Like guaranteed. And not because I'm cocky. It's because I know that that my time and my effort and my strength and my will, it's gonna get me there. Like, and what's cool is my analytics show that I will too. I've been around here barely a couple months, dude. I've been here a couple months. You know what I mean? A couple months. And I wasn't ever streaming anywhere else. The day I showed up here was the first day I ever streamed or even turned on a camera. You know what I mean? I didn't even know. I had never, ever done that. And thank you for that, because you know how it is, baby. Charisma, community, combat. That's what we're about, and that's my whole point. Charisma, mine and ours. You need to be a charismatic character or being even a little bit to be a part of the community. And then, you know, we're about combat. We play combat games. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. I used to watch it. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, I take that as a compliment because, you know, you used to watch that person and, you know, I remind you of that. That's cool. I was a viewer in squads. Oh, that's funny. Well, that's cool, though. Hey, as long as you got on there, that's awesome. Yeah, exactly. So many people spend their time on that fake stuff. And like you said, in the end, they will never, ever grow. They won't ever get to the end. You know what I mean? They will never get to the end. They won't ever get there because it's fake. You know, like let's say someone who just gets, you know, wink wink, but someone who just gets modded, you know what I mean? For no reason, not for no reason, but someone gets modded just to try to trick you and manipulate you there. Eventually, that thought is going to irritate. Like, it would irritate me. If I knew that every time I showed up and they were like, yeah, it's mod, I'd know, like, I'd feel like greasy. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, cool. This person totally just thinks they're succeeding and tricking me. You know what I mean? Because, like, when you show up, you're like, cool. Now the person's like, sweet, my trick worked. Ha, ha, ha. And now you're promoting them thinking that their trick worked. So they're like, so now their negative, you know, plans and that shitty way of doing things now didn't work. And it didn't work, but they think it does. So now it's going to promote them continually doing negative things and trying to build their stream in a shitty, underhanded manner. You know, and that's what's rough. So I know if that happened to me, there's no way I would be able to just smile and show up and be like, yeah, I'm totally. Thank you for reminding me. This is so cool. You know what I mean? I'd feel so cheesy. You know, I'd be like, oh, cool. I know that you just handed me this because I'm a number, and it's like, oh, you know. Hey, Fear the Game. Hey, Cooking. Welcome back, brother. Atomic Martin in the house. What's up, brother? Armed for Death. Welcome back. Oh, don't worry, Cook. It's funny, you're missing out, though. I'm having a long conversation about mod stuff. I'm doing episode 5 of Mixin right now. We're kind of ending it up. I'm ending right now. Dude, this has been the longest Mixin episode ever. But it's episode 5. We're talking about sketchy streamers and cheap tricks. There's been a couple... Right? Right, though? Right? 10 mods. 10. Dude, that's so cheesy. That's just literally modding every single person to get them to stay. That is so cheesy. And guess what that means? If you're a mod there, that's lame. That means you're a loser. Like, I'm not saying that to you, but I'm saying that means you're part of a loser squad. That means, like, you got tricked. Like if you're, like, I'm gonna do Cooking. Guess what? Cooking is a fucking awesome badass. Guess why? Because he's my only mod. You know why? Because he's a badass. And you know what that makes him a badass? That. And guess what? That's the only reason why he is. If I was like, oh, you, and you, and you, and you, and you know what that wouldn't do? That wouldn't make him a badass, and that wouldn't give him the credit that he deserves. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, cool, I modded you. And he'd be like, cool, so? Such and such is here too, and that asshole is too, and that smuck is too, and that, you know what I mean? Dude, I can't even believe I didn't even know that. I'm so glad you just told me that, Soft Kill. Did you know that makes that... I was grossed out and thought that was pathetic when I thought, like, you were the one person that got scammed like that. You know what I mean? Like, well, you know what I mean? Like, there's one person that got that, right? If there was one person. But if somebody, you or somebody else gets 10, that's freaking crazy. Someone just grabs 10, I feel a bit intimidated. You know what I mean? And look at that, though. But see, that's exactly perfect. And that shows, dude, there you go. Look at that. I couldn't have asked, hey, Lead Ceiling, welcome to the JTT show. This is Mixin on Mixer, episode 5, Sketchy Streamers, Cheap Tricks. I love that you just said that, because talk about being relevant to the topic, and it fits exactly. It's the other side of what we're saying. The one way, dude, I love it. I love it. One side is the person with 10 mods who they literally just modding people to build community, which is, I'm glad we're pointing this out, because that's something I wasn't really planning on bringing up because I didn't think about it. But man, is that so, like, exactly right and disgusting. Modding, I mean, I want to say it out again because this is going to be repurposed, but modding people to grow your community is pathetic, disgusting, underhanded, and will guarantee you will fail as a streamer. So if you're one of those people, I'm sorry, you've already lost. So I'll see you later when you come into ours and you decide, shit, I might as well at least be a part of your community than try to grow a fake version of your own. You know? I know, right, bro? So yeah, so back to Irvin, how amazing he said, how perfect it was what he brought up. Oh, well, thank you, Kanalu, and I appreciate that compliment. And kind of like Irvin was just saying, you got 3. Dude, 3 is a perfect amount. I think I had 4 at one point, right? But let's bring it back on that, though. One's my girlfriend. She's an auto mod. So you kind of, you know what I mean? So you kind of can't really, you know what I mean? You can't blame me for that one, right? So I'm gonna just take that one right off, right? So then technically I had 3. One was the first mod ever, and I've demodded him since. Second one was Grim, and he was awesome. He's been great. He just doesn't have time for me now, and that's fine. And we've talked about it. I talked to him about it and said, hey man, I'm gonna unmod you. Nothing against you. It's just that I'm trying to grow something, and I don't think he fits it. And he said, that's cool. We're totally cool. Everything's awesome. But him as well. But my point is, I literally have been removing mods. You know what I'm saying? People are literally modding people to grow fake community. I am removing them to strengthen mine. Because I'm smart. Because I understand people. I understand social aspects. I understand how people are, how people grow. I understand how communities grow. I understand how to be a leader, for one thing. I understand how to be a nice person. I understand all those things. And part of it is, especially soft kill, you know what I'm talking about. A little bit of this is young ignorance. And I'm not some old man, but some of that is young ignorance. It's someone being extremely young and not knowing what they're doing. And they're just inexperienced. So that's part of it. And soft, I think that's part of what it is. For what you know what I'm talking about. Part of it is young ignorance, but it doesn't excuse you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't excuse you. It doesn't. You know. And they just want friends in this game. Yeah, exactly. But fake friends, like what you're saying, the followers is what you mean. Exactly. And dude, that's cool, bro. Your bro should be your mod. Your bro should be your mod, and that's my thing. If you're gonna have random mods out of nowhere, like Jade is my other mod too, but that's my real life friend. That's Missy's best friend. That's one of my close friends that I see all the time in real life. You know what I mean? Like that was someone I trusted in real life. I didn't need to vet her. You know what I mean? I didn't need to be like, you need to hang out with me for a fucking month, and then me know that you're cool. Like you kind of have to. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. I don't like saying this right now because I don't like showing my cards. I don't. But I had you in mind for a mod as well, and I still do. But you've actually been on my mind for a possible mod before, Softkill. So I'm still waiting. But I'll tell you right now, you've popped in my list of possibles. You know what I mean? But do you think I've told you that? No. But I bet if I did, you'd probably be like, oh, cool. You know what I mean? But I'm not. It's not to gain something. You know what I mean? Other than growing the community and that. But that's the point. I mean, obviously. JKL22, what's up, homie? What's hey, yo, can I buy a gun? That's funny. That's funny. But you know what I mean? Oh shit! I can't even hear it. I'm sorry. Is it annoying? It's not in my ear right now because my thing shut off. I'm sorry. I didn't even know. Is it loud? Let's see. I want to hear it. I don't know why I can't hear it. Shit! I'll leave it. Awesome. I wish I could hear it. I don't know why I can't. Oh wait. Nah. Funny. Cool. As long as it's on. Word up. I'm glad it's playing. I can't. Oh, figures. I messed it up somehow, didn't I? Oh, wait. Is this why? Wait. There we go. Now I can. I kind of like it too. That's hilarious. Minichamp76, what's up, my dude? Welcome to the Justin Taylor Show. This is episode 5 of Mixing It Up on Mixer. And we're talking about sketchy streamers and cheap tricks. So either way, Soto. Word up, my dog. But either way, I should probably wrap it up because I like to make these so much shorter than this, and obviously this one a lot longer than expected. That's okay though. That's okay. So anybody, I just want to put it out there because it might get later. For anybody who wants to catch me on a later date, because I obviously play games. I play battle royale games. I don't always do episodes like this. This is a talk segment that has to do with streaming and streamers in general. I also do a segment that has to do with the tech aspects. I do tech and talk. That's another aspect of my show where I basically work on the offboard technical aspects of streaming and stuff like that, and I run into problems and troubleshoot right on stream with you guys. So when I run into problems or run into cool stuff, I can share them with you right live and as they happen. But that's another one of my shows. Those are all at random times. I'll have a schedule for those ones soon, but those still pop up random, and so I don't want to give people time. But my regular show, for anyone who wants to catch it, is either 11:30 or 12 Eastern Time every day, every night, except for Sundays and Wednesdays, and then very often Sundays as well. But thank you for saying that, Arm for Death. So anybody who wants to catch me again, make sure you hit the follow button so you can catch me later, and you can be part of the community and actually join the Discord. And that's when I can get even deeper into your questions. If you have any, want me to bring up something personal, like something specific that you want, or you want to ask me questions directly, or even just chat with me offline, you can jump into my Discord. Joker, make sure, well, you're part of my Discord. I always put that here. I'm going to do it again for anyone who's here now. I always make my announcements. Well, no, actually, not always. I try to make my announcements in there. In the next few minutes, yeah, Goose, probably another few minutes. I just want to wrap up this topic, and then I'm going to head on out. Let me just put my Discord out here. Let's see. That's what I was saying. I honestly, for anybody who's streaming that's watching this, I highly suggest you rewatch this episode. Not the whole show. That's hours. You don't need that. Just this past hour. Like, fast forward. There's another part is good if you want to watch me. But anybody who's actually wanting to watch about streaming, I feel like this has been a pretty relevant episode, and I really like how this went. So if you want to know, like I said, if you go to my press podcast, I don't mean like the past 6 straight hours. Just this last hour, I highly suggest it. And it's easy to roll forward because you'll see the title. It'll say Mixing Up on Mixer episode 5. But otherwise, I'm also going to be repurposing all this on YouTube. So if you add my YouTube, you can bust it out. So I'll be Discord. I don't know what that means either. Subbing in Discord. I'm not sure what that means, brother. I know, right? I'm not sure what that means either. That isn't a thing either. I love it. Everyone's like, I don't know what that means. I think you just mean like a part of it, right? I think you just mean you're in my Discord, right? Because you are. I saw you join yesterday. Oh, no worries. No, it's not double posting. We were just wondering what you meant by subscribed on Discord. I think what you mean is that you're in my Discord. And you are. You are. But yes, Goose, that's why I don't know if you heard me when you first popped in. I was like, I'm bummed that you just showed up at the end because I feel like this was a good one. Is Tech Talk a scheduled stream? Just like Goose was saying the other day, I should start scheduling those. The only reason it isn't scheduled is because that's kind of that show in particular. It's kind of the essence of the show is that it's my most casual show is where I just turn it on when I'm like, oh shit, I need to work on the show, but I want to stream too. You know what I mean? That's kind of the bummer. That one is kind of random. But due to the fact that I've had quite a few people asking for me to do more of them, I think I'm going to assume that Sundays, which were my days off, I think Sundays are going to be Tech and Talk days every week. Because Sundays are my tech days anyway, and I figure, screw it, I'll just assume that I'm going to have at least an hour-long episode of Tech Talk. And then, dude, it ends up turning into like 5 hours, by the way, but that's beside the point. I want to assume it'll be like an hour or so. I'll bring the barbecue, baby. Word. D-Pemmy, it's been a while, my friend. Welcome back. But anyway, as to just do a quick wrap-up, if anyone has any last little things to talk about or anything they want to bring up that they saw themselves recently, like Irvin had some great insights as well, about sketchy streamers and cheap tricks. Yes, please, absolutely, please, Goose, hit me with it. Hit me with it. So I'll wait in a sec just for this. But anyway, sketchy streamers, cheap tricks. Remember, in the end, oh, okay. What? Okay, it's so funny you say this, Joker. You do realize last night, I spent a lot of time looking on various sites about the hats. I was doing the research last night, so they'll be here soon. The hats will be here soon. And the shirts. I was doing all the research about it last night. And I'm not going to show you because that's personal information on here. But I got a little bit of it. I got a little check. I got a little checky check. I got a little bit extra cash that came in. From a little piece of an inheritance that I won't get for like a couple years. But I got a teeny chunk of it. Extremely teeny. But a teeny chunk of it, I came in today. So I got a little bit extra cash flowing around. A few honey that I got to spare. So I think I'm going to put that towards the merch that people were saying. Plus, I want it myself. Dude, I totally want my hat. I want one for myself. And they didn't send me my goddamn gloves yet. I'm about to get irritated. I'm going to have to spend money on the gloves they said they were going to give me free ones. So I might end up having to do that. And then when they give me my free ones, I'll give them out as like a giveaway. Yeah, I guess. If a quick couple hundies money bags, but in the streaming world, when you wanted a certain amount and you got it, it feels good. You know what I mean? Because I was been trying to get the Goth Box cash to grow and grow and grow enough where we can get it to like 200 or something. So when that comes in, I could put that towards it. But it's gonna be another month or whatever before that actually comes through. So I'm glad I'll have some of it now. No, I don't. I don't. I wonder why. I had an issue with that a while ago, and you know what? I never went back to figure it out. I'll do that. I'm gonna remind myself about that. Maybe I'll do that on the Tech and Talk, like set that up with everybody, and then have that as a topic for all the people that don't know about it. Yeah, hook me up. Like what? Like what it is to be a mod? I can make that an episode. What do you mean, though? Explain your question a little bit further. But not to be a dick or whatever, though. But I don't mod people who are mods in other streams. So it's part of it's changed a bit now. Let's see. Okay, awesome. I even though due to funny reasons, the word invite always gets filtered, but I see the filter, so don't worry, I saw that. Yeah, okay. But yeah, you can hit me on Twitter, or if you're not in my Discord, let me make sure. If you're not in it, I'll put it up again. If you want it, obviously. But here, I'll toss it up here again, in case you want to use that, because everyone uses that if they want to hit me up with stuff to, like, if they want me to see it right away. Okay, I could do that. Honestly, that would be a pretty good chat. Okay, that's why I said that. I get that, Irvin, because everyone's in like a million of them, so I get it. I totally get it. But at least add me as a friend. You know what I mean? Unless you already are or whatever, but at a minimum, you can at least use that to add me as a friend. So then it's easy to catch me on there. But I don't know if mine at least has been. It's starting to get. Mine's fun. Like it's basically. It's always just community, just jokes and like fun. You know what I mean? It's usually. I have a separate section for stream talk and like tech stuff, but it's usually just people like messing around and joking and like making plans. Like, oh, what are we gonna do later? Or let's do this. But which is why I was saying that's kind of cool, because if people are interested, like, oh, when's the next Mixin episode, or when's Plus, my big thing, my huge big plans, is my next segment, which is going to be a fiction-based show. So I'm going to have a storyline and a history, because I'm a LARPer. I've written my own games. A very popular game that had hundreds of people playing it, lasted years. Like Like I've written an entire storyline with I mean, insane, like years of plot line, and I could do all that, and I've done it already. So I'm really good at that type of thing. So I'm gonna start having a storyline and a little bit of a basically it's gonna be really small at first because it's way too much to do right now with everything else. But it's gonna be, I'm thinking maybe 30 minutes every 2 weeks, because it's gonna be a lot of production value to it, and a lot of it's gonna be campy and goofy. Like I want it to be funny. But I also want it to I want there to be a little bit of mystery. Like I want someone to kind of see it, laugh a little bit, and then kind of be like, so what was that little thing? Like what did he mean by, oh, we gotta watch out for this thing, or who was that weird villain character, or I just want these little mysteries so that someone's like, catch the next episode, and that there's these little cliffhangers, and then obviously right after it go into my games and my shows and my segments. So then let's say there's a skit that's zombie oriented, and I'm escaping zombies or doing something, and then I'm like, okay, bam, and then the rest of the day I'm playing Dead Rising, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I can even blend the games along with the storyline. But anyway, that's just future stuff, and that's my whole point. I bring this up all the time, is innovations and stuff is that's one of my main strengths here. That's one of my biggest abilities here on Mixer, is that I innovate all day long. Like I said, the day before I had something. Yesterday I had something that I didn't have the day before, and today I have a freaking tune. I have, like I said, I have music now. I mean, it's just a little tune, and I love it, and it's perfect. But we have it. You know what I mean? It's one, and we'll have more. But that's my point. It's just like there's something new every time. Yeah. People that just don't stop. And I'm passionate. That's a big part of it too. I think that's actually, to me, that's something that I feel like that's a self-assessment fully. Like I don't think anyone's ever given me that, even though I feel like I deserve that. But I feel like what it is it's my passion. I usually call it my spark, and I notice some people out there have it too, and I always those people always interest me a lot. Those are the few people that actually draw me to them, and it's rare. Those people are very rare, but I like seeing people that have this weird spark, and you can usually see it. And I feel like that's why a lot of people, when they show up, not my homies, like not the follower people, but people that are streamers that show up that are just like, what can I get out of this cat? A lot of people latch on to me because they see it. You know what I mean? They see it. I'm an alright looking guy too. I mean, I get that too. Like I'm not weird looking, so I get that going for me too. But with that, and the fact that I have this little bit of a spark to it, people see that and they're like, oh shit, you know what? Hey, let's be buddies. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's real. Sometimes it's not. And usually I can sniff it out, but that to me, that's the cheapest of trick. It's the fake friend. Because I want to end the episode on that. Is the cheapest of tricks and the sketchiest of streamers are the fake friends that put in the work. The ones that don't just try to scag you quick, or by the way, try to mod you right quick and steal you. Not those people. Word up, Vlad. Oh, Night Moon. Welcome. Sorry you're catching us at the end of the show. But as we are at the end of the show, I will reiterate my last and final point. Sketchy streamers, cheap tricks. The highest level of that is the dirty, rotten streamer or even mod that gives you all the platitudes, all the yeses you want to hear, and all the compliments, and all they're doing is working for themselves and planning for their own growth, and not paying attention to the community that they're pretending to be in, which is grimy and underhanded and not cool. I'm Back to the Future. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I'm leaving, my friend. I am leaving, actually. Yeah, Softkill, I am leaving. It's about 5 a.m. Yeah, it's 5:30 in the morning, and I try to end about 5, because I usually have to get up around 9:30 every day. Just so you guys know, I usually have to be up almost every day at 9:30, right? So when you guys see me go to bed at 6, I'm only sleeping for 2-3 hours. And then I get up and do shit all day. All day. And I don't get back home till about 8 p.m. every day. Or 7. I watch a show, eat dinner, right? I watch a show or something. I watch Turn. I watch my. There's one really awful show I watch. It's my guilty pleasure. I watch some MTV show that like it sucks, but like I have to watch some crap in order to have such like, you know what I mean? So you know how you sometimes have to watch something like stupid. You know what I mean? I feel the need for that sometimes. So no, it's the challenge. You know those challenge shows? It's those stupid challenge shows. It's like it's so funny because I hate like every show and I don't watch anything. Missy thinks it's hilarious. So she randomly had me put on one time. I'm like, what's this dumb show? Now I'm like, yo, is our show on? It was like only it's like it's a stupid awful show, but it's my guilty pleasure. You know what I mean? No, it's not Thousand Ways to Die. It's just my guilty pleasure. It's, you know what I mean? So I'll do something like that. I'll do a time waster because sometimes you need to just shut off. You need to shut the brain off, and especially me because I'm so nonstop. How's it going, Jakarta? So I'll watch something like that to shut the brain off, right? Watch something stupid, goofy, and laugh because you get to just laugh at it. You know what I mean? We get to laugh at it, joke around, and have a nice time with her, and then we share dinner. Often I cook dinner because I cook a lot. I do a lot of the cooking, so I'll cook us dinner sometimes. Or like tonight we had. Actually, I made a salad. Actually, I made a salad with chicken. The chicken was pre-cooked. So, but anyway, we're not talking about that. So like that type of thing. We'll do that. But that'll be squished in like into a 2 or 3 hour time, and that's why I'm often late. That's why, because I'm like, because I'm just kind of fitting in, you know what I mean? I'm like, my day, and then I'm like, okay, I'm finishing, and then I'm like finishing a time, you know what I'm saying? It's just like right at the end. I think I don't think I missed anything else. Let's see. I'm sorry, re-say it again. Super Goose. Because for some reason it's not letting me roll up. I can't roll up on the chat. Because you had asked something before, and maybe I think I might have just got off. Oh, yes, I did read that. I just was still talking. I don't. I don't. It's really hard. It's a good question. I don't, except I do. You know, I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's extremely hard, right? No, I'm not. I don't know. Well, I'm leaving to go to bed. I'll be on tomorrow. Word up, Irvin. Or word up. Copy paste, baby. But how do I manage work and stream? It's difficult as hell. Luckily, okay, I'm lucky. I'm super lucky in the fact that I'm an independent contractor, and I essentially choose my own schedule. So even though I work a ton, and I still have, I can't fit it up, I also chose that time. So I've thought about it, but that's it. I might do a restream eventually. I've actually started setting that up the other day. That's why my YouTube has a weird restream on it. But yeah, I might set up restream. It just, the thing is I'm trying to be partnered by Mixer. I'm not trying to be partnered by Twitch. And the second I'm partnered, you're not allowed to do it on others. So it's like, yeah, exactly. But it also pulls away from what you're going for. It depends on what you're looking for. Are you looking to just grow a community, or are you looking to have an end game? I'm looking to grow my community with an end game of being partnered and then going from there. Because with being partnered, I'm not going to be like, well, I'm here and stop. I have the that's like level 2, level 3. Like that's like enhanced level of innovations. You know what I mean? Once I hit, it's like I'm trying to innovate to hit there, and once I hit there, I want to go. I want us to just explode. Like I said, I want us to be so crazy, so big that I want there to be tournaments where they're like, oh, look, it's the For Real Dough crew. I want that. I want to go to PAX with a couple of my mods, like we can afford it, because I'm like, oh yeah, dude, no problem. I put some of our donations towards all of us go to me and 3 of my homies going to PAX. You know what I mean? Like, or Mixer sometimes pays for their own partners. So let's say I'm going, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna gain donations to bring my 2 homies, my 2 like main mods. Like that's what I want. That's what I see in the future. I see us going there and people being like, oh shit, it's JT and cooking. BMO, Softkill, Goose, whoever it is, whatever, it doesn't matter. But like, that's what I want to happen. You know what I mean? I want that to happen. Absolutely, right? Yeah, dude, exactly. And you know what's cool, Gruff? 1,500, and that's in what, 2.5 months? And I know that's not the shortest time. That's a bit of time. But dude, ask the other people that have been here 2.5 months, that have 10. Because I know a lot of the people who have been here for 6 months, and they're like, dude, I'm working on my 15th follower. No lie. Like, no lie. And I'm not saying that, like, screw you in any way. I'm just saying that's just the truth. Yeah, but Gruff, do you try all day? Like, do you stream for 6 to 8 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week? If you did, you'd have more. Exactly. So don't feel bad about it. You know what I mean? If you did, you would. You know what I mean? Some no matter what your stream is about, some effort will show some growth, guaranteed. At least on Mixer. I'm speaking Mixer, even though I do like to bring up Twitch and talk about Twitch. My expertise currently is on Mixer, only because I spend every moment thinking about it. And what's really awesome, even when I'm working for myself and on my own time. So 50% of the time throughout my workday, I'm writing notes and planning the stream, or writing ideas down, or even things that I think are funny. Like, it's funny that you asked that. It was last month. I always get the free games, even if I don't play them. I just download them and then delete them because you still own them. So if you want them later, you can download it. Like, I remember I have BioShock Infinite because forever ago they offered it for free. And I was like, yeah, I just downloaded it so I can re-download it anytime for free. I was like, what a freaking... That's the best game they ever offered, I think. They offered for free 1 month. I was like, what? Wasn't even that long after it was out, too. But yeah. But anyway, there you go. That's a good point. 2 hours a day, that's fine. And part of it's networking and stuff like that, but part of it, remember, it always comes down to the main thing, which is, are you an entertainer? And if you're an entertainer, what kind? You know what I mean? That's weird. Apparently, Grizzly40 eats ass. Well, you can continue to eat that ass, my friend. You have a great time with that. I hope it's very, very delicious, and you enjoy yourself very much, Grizzly. But yeah, 3 to 6 hours every day. That's beautiful. That's a wonderful time. I'm pretty standardly around 5 to 6, and then beyond. I mean, I did like 12 the other day, like a psycho. But so I try to stick around 6. You know what I mean? Mixin of vampires. Oh, that's nice, dude. That's dope. That's dope. Hey, Grizzly, you're banned forever. Bye. So, there we go. I just banned him. Don't worry, he's gone forever. I just banned him. We don't need stupid idiots. And that's my whole point. It's like, obviously, I gave him his one chance, right? That's what I do a lot. When someone comes in and does something stupid, some people are just goofballs, and the second they do their goofy joke, and you go and you tease them a bit, they go, nah, I'm just messing around. How are you, brother? Those people, you always got to give a chance first, because a lot of people love to make a joke that sometimes can be taken off totally out. And like, some people are like, it's like, what? Get out of here right away. But the second someone, like, you make a joke, you're like, oh, really? And they're like, oh, you like the ass? Like some stupid loser, you know what I mean? Like, what a dork, you know what I mean? Like, what a dork, you know? Like, that just shows a loser, you know what I mean? That's just a loser with no friends, you know what I mean? Who's spending, it's like, and that's what's funny, it's like, cool, you mad? How can I be mad? I have an amazing life. I'm perfect. You're the person spending your free time looking at my face, trying to be lame. All you do is make me smile and think it's funny and have us laugh at you. Thank you for improving my stream, adding value, adding a viewer count, and increasing it. Thank you for that, because that's awesome, because that's all you did, sucker. So exactly, that's what I'm saying, sucker. You know what I mean? Like, thank you for spending your time, because you're a sucker. You know what I mean? Like, you've now helped me. You've made me laugh at you. And I'm unhurtable. It's like, this is what I think is funny. When people come on and they see me and I'm really personable and funny, do they think I walk off stream and I turn into a creature and I'm not cool? Guess what? I'm like this all day long. Guess what that means? People think I'm awesome all day long. I have 1 million friends and 1 million people that think I'm amazing. My life kicks ass. When someone comes in and is like, you suck, I'm like, Nope! You're wrong! Whoops! Sorry! I'm gonna go off to everything that's awesome again. It's impossible. I'm immune. And you know what I want to do? I want to share that with you guys. I want to share that. I want to share being... yeah, exactly. Part. You know what I mean? I want to share being awesome. I want to share how it is to be awesome. Because it's a skill. You can learn it. Like, people don't understand that. It's easier. You can become a cooler person. You can become a better person. It's definitely possible. Like, you know what I mean? You can emulate people that are great. I have had friends and, like, people that I, especially new friends, people that, like, you know, in real life, of course, that I met that don't know how to do things normally. They really have trouble even with normal things, getting through a normal day in life. And I'm like, fuck that. I want you to have an awesome time because I like you and I care about my friends and I want people that care about me. I want them to flourish. I love people who love me. I want people to. I want them to grow too. So that I've always been a protector in that manner. That's just how I am. So if somebody want, you know, if someone shows up here, hey, thanks, my friend. If someone shows up and they're doing something like that, they're being disruptive. The first thing I'm gonna do, like I said, is just blow them away, because I'm standing in front of everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. It's cool to have mods, you know, time people out and stuff like that. But it's a bummer to have mods only be, you know, timeouters. And that goes back, like you said. That's funny. And that's how it goes to, like, regular life. It's the same exact thing. You shut down people that are shitty, and you foster and grow, network, and you foster and grow relationships with the people that are awesome. You know what I mean? The people that are awesome. You know what I mean? And like I said, and when you do that, you become more awesome. Like, I'm serious. Like I say, like, I've had people that have had a real tough time, in life, difficulty just doing things. Confidence is huge, because I have unlimited confidence, and a lot of my friends have zero confidence, and I've taught them, like, just, like, straight up, like, hand in their fucking hand. This is how you do it. This is how you talk. Lift your goddamn head up, look someone in the eye, everything. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, I've literally told them, like, step by step, and they now have a better life. Like, their life is better because they walk into situations and they own the situation. The situation's theirs. They don't walk in, oh, what's the deal? What do I do? Tell me what to do. They walk in and they're like, all right, so this is what's going on, because this is my spot, and I'm going to tell you guys what the deal is, and if you have an issue with it, we can fucking talk about it. You know what I mean? And, like, people are like, oh, well, shit, okay. Because if you're an asshole, this is how you do it. People are like, fuck you. But if you're like, hey, I know what I'm talking about. Do you guys want me to share what I know? People are like, actually, yes. You know what I mean? Because they see, okay, here's someone who's relevant, knows what they're talking about, but also isn't being condescending or mean. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. I get salty. I can be a jerk. I can be an asshole. It happens. Everybody has bad days. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I can be mean. I can suck. I suck too. I mean, everyone does. But there's a difference between having a bad day or being a shitty person. Because that's huge too. That's so huge. Everyone gets salty. And as you guys catch me all the time, man. You guys see me, man. That's cool, man. That's cool, Jakarta. It's kind of funny. A big part of this show is explaining how you shouldn't promote your stuff on other people's channels, but I always know people are just learning, and that's why you come here. So it's okay to do it here, because right now this show is about that. But just as a little bit of a tip, just as a streamer tip, just as a streamer, you try your hardest to not promote your own stuff without being asked first. It's kind of like, it's a new form of respect and manners that now exist in the world of streamers, as opposed to, it's kind of like real life. You know, you walk up to someone. It's kind of like, you know, you walk up to someone in real life, and you there's a manner of doing it. You walk up, you say hello, how's it going? Maybe you shake their hand, maybe high five them, and then you say, like, hey, can I ask you a question? And then you start the convo, right? Or you can be like, hey, you over there, take this thing because I want you to look at it, right? You know what? No one will take it, and no one will want to look at it. And the person that you're, like, interrupting is going to be like, what the hell are you doing? I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what that is. So like showing up in a room and saying something that no one was already talking about, it's kind of like doing that. It's like walking in a room and being like, hey everybody, look at my thing over here. And they're already doing something, so they're kind of like, what? You know, I know some of you guys have heard me say this before, because I make this little analogy or whatever many times. I say that, how it's kind of like showing up in a actual real life room and just yelling your point, like this is what I want. Or like I made the joke the other day, it's like the guy, you guys are all having McDonald's, right? You guys eat burgers at McDonald's, and the guy from Burger King just runs in and is like, yo dude, you guys want to eat my burgers? There's burgers over there to eat it. And you're like, no, I'm not even hungry, I'm eating what? You know, that's kind of what it's like. So the reason why I say it like that is because what you wanted was to promote your channel and have people learn about it, or even to talk about it. But what happens when you do that kind of like weirdly out of the blue or and self-promote, the opposite hits you. You get hit with the opposite, because what happens is the people that you say that to now get cringy and like, what are you doing? You just block that person instead of connected. You know what I mean? Like I said, I let people know what's up, so it's totally cool. You know, no worries. It's totally understandable. But now it's up to you to take what I said and either go, hey, he made sense, I'm going to start doing this correctly, or you can go the wrong path and continue to do that. You know what I mean? That's why I always like to let people know first, and then, hey, go with that information as you will. Because I know I use my own advice. And I'm heading off too, actually. I'm actually heading off right now. So I will see you guys later. Here's a couple. I'm gonna read these last things. Here's a couple small things that help you guys, Scotch. Try to ditch the. Oh, absolutely, ditch the numbers. Yes, I agree. Definitely ditch the numbers. Yep, those are very, very, very simple but perfect pieces of advice. You know what I mean? That's perfect for a starter person. Let's see. Gotta head off. Thanks so much. Oh hell yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that, because that's the point. That's why I'm here, and that's why I do it. But I should head off, because look at this. It's almost 6. Crazy JT. Crazy JT. All right, I will catch you guys later. This has been an episode of Mixing It Up at Mixer.com. Episode 5. Sketchy Streamers and Cheap Tricks. That's a segment of the TaylorTaylor show. The TaylorTaylor show is every day, weekdays. Oh, no, every day. 11:30 to midnight Eastern time, except for Wednesdays and Sundays. And I believe every Sunday I'm going to be doing a Tech and Talk episode where I talk about the technological aspects of my stream while hanging out with everybody. If you're seeing this on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe. But I want to also reiterate, please share it, because let's beat YouTube together. They're really holding down us smaller guys, and it's making it impossible for us to even show up in the algorithm. I literally could type my name in my own thing and I wouldn't even come up. So it's getting difficult. So please, I highly suggest share this, because otherwise no one's going to see it. And I feel like I have some relevant topics on here. So anyway, I love you guys. Good morning and good night. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Any rating? Nope, I'm just going to head on out. But in the future we'll do more raids. But honestly, there's no one online right now that I want to raid. I mean, I could hit Grim, but honestly, he hasn't hit me one for a while, and I'm going to wait till he gets me, and then I'll get him back. So that's on him. So I love you guys. You have a lovely, lovely night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And thank you, all you guys that helped put in some topics and stuff. Those guys really helped me out. So thank you very much. No comment on that last one. All right, I love you guys. Have a good night.